Don't just live for tomorrow, or just live in yesterday. Just be glad for all you have that's in today.
Hey everyone, Connie here, and welcome to my blind reaction to The Ruins. This is a movie reaction, donation reward for Smurf Vlogs. And yeah, I know nothing about this. I know nothing about this movie except that I don't know if the star is Shawn Ashmore, but he's in it. For those who don't know, Shawn Ashmore was the actor who played Bobby, Iceman, in the X-Men movies. Um, he was also in the Dark Pictures anthology game Man of Medan. So there's that as well. He's in a horror game. I don't know what kind of movie this is at all. I think I might have known when I first looked it up, when Smurf requested it originally. But I don't remember at all now. I know nothing about it other than it stars Shawn Ashmore. That's it. Because I had never even heard of this movie before it was requested, and I only found out a tiny bit of information when I looked it up when Smurf requested it. So I've never even heard of it prior to that. I don't know anything about it. But yeah, it's a movie. um, so I have no real expectations going into this. I have no real thoughts. It's impossible to say what I'll think of it. But I want to say right off the bat, if you ever have any ideas for things to choose as a donation reward, and you don't necessarily think or know if I'll like it, suggest it anyways. Do not let those thoughts just stop you from suggesting something. Even if you think it's something I'll hate, suggest it anyways, because you never know. There have been plenty of movies and shows and whatnot that I thought I would hate, and I ended up loving. Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid, one of my favorite anime of all time, I thought I would hate at first. And then I eventually gave it a try, and yeah, I love it. I'm excited for season 2 this year. Um, but yeah, it's just, you can't always tell. Even if it seems like you wouldn't like a movie, even if everything is kind of telling you, oh, you wouldn't like this, you might end up liking it. You might end up loving it. It might end up being one of your favorite movies. So please never let that get in the way. If there's a movie, whether it's on the list on my Discord or not, or if it's just a movie you like, just a movie you like and you think would be good for a reaction, feel free to request it. Again, if you can, for one, but also feel free to request it. Don't let anything stop you just because of a thought that I might not. If you like it, feel free to share it with me, basically. I don't know how else to put it, but I just want to make that clear. It's like, don't just assume, don't, because we never know. We never know. Um, because again, the vice versa is true too. There have been plenty of movies that you would think I would love, but I have not. It happens. Um, so yeah, if there's any ideas, any movies that you really love that I have not seen, or you might think I have not seen, and you are able and willing to donate to have me react to them, feel free. Do not have any reservations. Um, don't think that don't just assume that I won't like it and that you shouldn't request it because of that. That's all I'm saying. Um, because again, you never know, and especially if it's a movie I've never seen or never heard of in any way, then yeah, there's really no way to tell. um, But yeah, feel free to suggest anything for the future. Any kind of reactions you want. I'm willing to hear anything out and check out anything I have not seen. So yeah. Either way, like I said, I have nothing else to say regarding this film because I don't really know anything about it. So impossible to really give any clear thoughts, any valid thoughts going into it. So we're just going to get this started and hope for the best. We're going to see if it's good. And if it's not, then oh well, at least we checked it out. At least we gave it a chance. And that's the best we can always hope to do. So when the screen fades to black, pause this redirect and go to the description below. Follow the link to the reaction, and after you watch it, come back here to the redirect and resume play. Because after it fades to black and then it fades back in, everything from that point forward will be my afterthoughts and will contain spoilers to the movie. So that being said, thank you so much for tuning in, and I will see you at the reaction. And we are back, and we'll begin with spoilers in 3, 2, 1, now. So I looked up some stuff after the reaction to see like what people thought of this film and all. And it seems like it has a mixed consensus. There are some people who don't like it, who think that the book it was based on, by the way, it was based on a book, apparently, was actually handled things a lot better, and that the movie actually like muddled it a bit. And it seems like there's some people who thought that it actually excelled in its psychological horror aspects, allowing it to truly shine, but maybe not like the best ever, but still. And I'm more with the second camp. I think that this was actually pretty fantastic. It's not the best horror movie I've seen, but it's also nowhere near bad. Um, it went against every expectation I had. Um, I hear that this movie is called The Ruins, and we see it start, and we find out very like right away it's a horror movie. So my initial thought is basically going down to okay, there's going to be some kind of maybe monster or something in these ruins. They're going to be exploring the ruins, our main characters and everything. And it's like none of that ended up being true. One, they don't explore the ruins. They like are so they're down there so briefly. It's almost not even worth mentioning. It's just they're at the ruins that it's the main like set piece basically. And there's no monster. It's just these like this plant curse thing going on. These supernatural plants that are notably aggressive, and they have like this ability um to copy audio cues and sounds and stuff, and they can like mimic voices and even ringtones for phones, anything pretty much that makes a sound, which led to quite a number of interesting moments. Um, the cast was really good. Like they really sold everything well. Sean Ashmore was great in it. Definitely not quite anything like any either of the other roles I'd seen him in. The girls were both great. The other guy was great. Everyone just did a really fantastic job. Hell, even the actors who were playing the Mayans um, at the base of the ruins and everything, like even they were great. Like they really sold like their roles. You believed they were scared of the vines. You believed they were trying to avoid this curse getting out into the world. You believed all of that. Um, and I just really liked the score as well. It served its purpose perfectly. It really set it well. The direction was good. The just the concept of it. Like I know it's based off a book and everything now, but the concept of it, like it's a really strong concept. Honestly, I really feel like it is a strong idea. And it's not necessarily a new idea. It's not like a completely original concept, but it doesn't necessarily have to be. It's about execution as well, and I think they executed it really well here. Um, yes, it does fall into certain tropes and stuff. The entire thing about the Americans, the young American tourists vacationing to Mexico and stuff. It's like that is a massive trope. um, just even just from how the characters interact with each other. Also, just having a new friend who's a foreigner who they go with to this, and who is actually the one that introduced them to it all. The way they act towards each other at certain points, like when the one girl accuses the when I'm trying to remember the name, Stacy accuses Amy of cheating. Um, or yeah, well, it's yes, cheating, but like sleeping with her boyfriend and everything. It's like it's a bit of a trope, yes, and various other things throughout. There's definitely a lot of tropes used, but I've stated in the past, and I'll state again, using tropes isn't inherently bad. Tropes and whatnot can be used in a very good way as long as it's written into it well. I mean, I kind of use it as a go-to example, but JoJo's Bizarre Adventure is like well known for using common tropes and everything in its writing and its story. And in some cases, it started a lot of tropes. And it's just like it's just a commonly known thing, and yet JoJo is really well executed in how it handles them. All because it's like because the author clearly cares to actually put forth effort into making these tropes work for the context of the plot. Um, Now there was no real happy ending to this because in the end, even though Amy escaped, she was still infected. Still had the vines in her. So in the end, like the curse got out into the world, and even on top of that, she probably would end up dying anyways. And even on top of that, Dimitri's friends came like shortly thereafter. So it's like they're probably going to fall into it too. So yeah, that's kind of a extra stab in the side there. But yeah, everybody died. Like all of our main characters, there was no happy ending, no real like there was an escape, but again, it doesn't really count as her escaping the issue here because the issue followed her and was still inside her in the end. So apparently there was also a deleted scene. Um let me see here. Yeah, in the unrated version, there's an alternate ending where a caretaker is seen walking among the headstones in a cemetery sometime later, whistling Furajaka. When he hears the same tune coming from a grave, he goes to investigate, and the camera follows, revealing the grave to be Amy's, and several red flowers around the headstone. As the caretaker reaches for one, the music surges and the scene cuts to black. I think that would be a phenomenal way to end it, honestly. One, the song Furajaka is creepy as fuck anyways. It always has been. It is always a good choice to use in horror. Um, Plus this basically confirms Amy's death, which I mean we already kind of knew was going to happen anyways, just from what we did see. Um, but it also kind of shows that the curse is now out there. According to this, though, director Carter Smith told an interviewer, "We shot a bunch of different stuff to see which one would work best with the finished film. There's a testing process you go through with a studio movie, and as frustrating as it can be, it also really gives you a good sense of how an audience feels about an ending. Our final decision was informed by what audiences found the most satisfying after watching a really punishing film. I love the ending of the book, but if the movie had ended the same way, the audience would have wanted to kill themselves." So I assume maybe that's how the book ends. Um, Maybe. Um, but that's like that. I still think that would have been better, honestly. Maybe that's just me. Um, I want to also check out some of these other actors just real quick. Most notably the girls in Jeff. Well, and Matthias, or Matthias. I'll check out his actor too. Okay, so Matthias's actor is Joe Anderson. He was Alistair in Breaking Dawn Part 2 of the Twilight movie. He's in Horns. Twilight Saga, not Twilight movie. Twilight Saga Breaking Dawn Part 2. I saw that once and it's like, I don't want to see it again. I'm not even sure who Alistair is. Horns is the Daniel Radcliffe movie. Yeah, I've been wanting to check that out. I haven't seen that yet. What else have you been in? The Crazies. Oh yeah, I did see The Crazies. It's a 2010 remake of a 1973 film with Timmy Oliphant and or Oliphant. I don't know how to pronounce his last name. But yeah, that one was interesting. Um, Nothing else really that I can see there that I'd seen him in. Apparently, he was in 4 episodes of the Hannibal TV series, but I never saw that either. Okay. Um, let's see. Then there's Jenna, who played Amy, the only quote unquote survivor. uh, let's see what you've been in. You actually have a filmography page, which means you've been in quite a few things at least. She was in Donnie Darko? Wait, hold on. She was the girlfriend in Donnie Darko? How did I not know that? Holy shit. Okay, well, yeah, I definitely know her then. I love Donnie Darko. It's a great film, and yeah, she's Donnie's girlfriend in that. Wow. Also, she's the voice of Letty and or Letty in Howl's Moving Castle. Holy shit. Okay, I definitely know Jenna Malone from things. She's apparently in the Hunger Games Catching Fire. I never saw. Oh, and Mockingjay. I never saw those ones. I only saw the first. She's Janet Clyburn in Batman v Superman, but apparently only the Ultimate Edition. Huh. So I guess that's a character that was cut out of the regular version. And then a bunch of other movies I just haven't seen. Apparently, she's in that David Bowie biofilm Stardust that the Bowie family did not want made. So yeah, I'm probably never going to see that. Huh. She's even been in music videos. She was in a Michael Jackson music video? Holy shit. For the song Childhood. Anyway, Jonathan Tucker, he was not Eric, the other one. I can't think of his name right now. Jeff, that's it. Let's see what else he was in. Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the 2003 one specifically. I don't think I've ever seen that one. Um, oh, he was in the 2019 Charlie's Angels. Hodak. I think he was one of the bad guys. Okay, I thought he kind of looked maybe a little familiar, but I couldn't place it. He was also in a couple episodes of Hannibal. Okay. And Laura Ramsey. She was Stacy. Da. Oh, she was in She's the Man, the Amanda Bynes movie. That was I enjoyed that movie. She hasn't been in a movie since 2013 and hasn't been in a series since 2015. She was in an episode of Mad Men, apparently. Hmm. Well, okay. So yeah, just quick look through the actors there as well. But yeah, I really liked this. So thank you, Smurf Vlogs, for choosing this as a donation reward. Like this was actually really good. Again, not amazing, not like the perfect horror movie, not like the best I've seen, but really good nonetheless. I actually really liked it. I thought it really worked well. Um, and again, that's just to say, like, even if you don't think I'll like a film, please suggest it. Suggest anything out there. I'm willing to check out pretty much anything if I haven't seen it before. Even if you don't think I'll like it, don't we shouldn't just assume because again, we never know. We never know. Um, so again, you can choose off the list. You can um, choose anything that's not on the list as long as I haven't seen it, and it's all good. It's all game. But again, for everyone who is thinking about this, don't don't do it if you can't. If you can't, like, obviously get to it, but if you can, if you're willing and able, then feel free. Any donation, once as always, is acceptable. Doesn't matter how much. It's just it gets a donation reward. One reward per donation, no matter what. And again, you could choose anything you want. Does not matter to me. But yeah, thank you all so much in the meantime for tuning in. Tell me your thoughts on the ruins in the comments below. And for now, I'm Connie and I'm signing off. See you all next time.